Hello guys and girls, in today's tutorial we are entering our final topic in Java tutorials, Java tutorial series for beginners 2026, and our last tutorial would be on GUI, and this is basically all we are going to be doing today, how to create interesting programs like this. So we will start with just designing a basic JOptionPane program just like this. Then we will go on with our GUI main scene builder program and stop and rerun this. So go on to our main GUI scene builder program like this. So you can design your own form interface using JavaFX scene builder as well. So I'll just click my name and page and this. So if I click on submit, it shows this. So that's just basically what we have, what I'm going to be going through with you guys today. So we'll get started from this. So I'll just start from scratch. I will delete this and delete this our main program and recreate it again. So I'll just delete this. Okay. So right click new Java class and I'll just call it main. Okay, so I'll zoom this a little bit so we can get started. So now we're going to be working, we are starting up with our JOptionPane. It's also a GUI meaning graphical user interface in Java. So we're going to be starting with JOptionPane. It just works something similar like that, but it's just like, I think it's like an old version of it. So it's part of the Swing library in Java. It's used to create like small pop-up windows called dialog boxes for collecting users' inputs, messages, and confirmations. Like it's super handy for quick programs. No need to like design a whole GUI using Scene Builder and stuff like that. But we will go into Scene Builder after after this video, but it's still in the same video though. So and then I'll try to cover every single basics, all the whole basic things you need to know in GUI. And I think this video will take long, so stick with me if you are ready to learn graphical user interface. Okay, let's get started. So I'll start with my PSVM tab. I'll get this. Then you have to import the modules that you're going to use. So since it's JOptionPane is a swing, so it's a swing. So what you need to do is you will import javax.swing JOptionPane just like this. So now you have access to a lot of functions in Java just with this. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start with collecting users inputs. So when collecting users inputs with JOptionPane, or a just simple way of collecting data types and normal values as well from the user, you store it in a string of name is equals. So this time, instead of calling your console dot readline or anything you want to call, this time we're going to use our module called JOptionPane. Then what are we going to do? We're going to show input dialog. Show input dialog. What would be the message? We'll say enter your name. So that's just basically it. Then that is it for the name. Then for collecting the user's age, I'll just save it in an int of age. And then what am I going to do next? I'm going to parse it. I'm going to convert the age, because initially it's going to be receiving string as input. So I'll convert it using the integer dot parse int. Then inside the parentheses, I'll put my JOptionPane dot show input dialog. Then what should be the message I'll collect? I'll say enter your age, just like this. Then I would my semicolon. Then enter next one. So I'll just add an extra thing. I'll just collect the user's color. I'll just call it color. The variable should be color. Then I'll call JOptionPane dot show input dialog again. Then I will now say enter your favorite favorite. I don't even know how to spell this again. So we will just this, yeah. So let's run the program to see what we have done so far. So since we say it's JOptionPane is a small box, so see what we are going to it's going to give us just like this. So if I type in my name, click OK. What's your age? Click OK. Then what's your favorite color? I'll just say yellow or blue, anyone. So initially it does nothing, but and it's not a cool program when it's not doing anything. So what are we going to do? The same way we are going to be calling out the user's information in the console here. We're going to let's call it out using the JOptionPane message dialog. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call out the JOptionPane show message dialog. So it will be JOptionPane dot show message dialog, and so that's it. The first thing I'm going to do is you're going to add the parent component to it. The parent component is whether it has any parents, so we're going to use it as null. It doesn't have like any parent component, so we'll just say it's null. Then the next thing we're going to add is the information that it's going to receive. So which information are we going to give it? Then we are going to give it the user's information, like let's say hello. We'll concatenate it with the name of the user, hello plus name, this name right here, string name that we collected from the user. Then I'll say hello plus name plus then what are we going to say? You are, let me just put exclamation mark here. Then I'll say you are, then concatenate it with the age. You are age years old, and your favorite color. Your favorite color is I made mistake right there. Let me just clean this. And your favorite color is, then I'll concatenate it with the color like this. Okay, so that's just it. So now it would show the message. So if I click on if I run the program now, you'll see enter your name, Charles. Okay, 20. Okay, yellow. Okay, so you see, hello Charles, you're 20 years old and your favorite color is yellow. So that's just what it is for the show message dialog. So you see the input dialog collects the information and the message dialog is just to show like an information. So the next last thing I'm going to show you guys just for fun is the one that we're calling the confirm dialog. So this one is to like confirm. I'll show you guys the other icons that are on each dialog. So to confirm, to work with the confirm dialog, we'll call the J option pane dot show confirm dialog, just like this. Then we're going to call the parent component like the same way we are doing. So it doesn't have any parent components, we'll keep it as null. So what do we want to confirm the user? We'll just give a simple message like, do you want to continue? Okay, so don't forget your semicolon as well. So do you want to continue? It gives like three informations like this. Okay, if I run the program, hold on, so enter your name, I'll just say Charles immediately, and 20 and yellow. You can see for the input box it's giving like a question mark icon for it. If I click on enter, then for the message dialog it's giving like an information like this, hello Charles, yeah, this, and okay, then do you want to continue? It's just like still the same thing though, so yes, no, or cancel anyone. So if I click on yes, nothing happens. But if I want something to happen when I click on yes, I can do this as well. Then let me save the confirm dialog in a variable called choice. So I'll say int choice or user choice, anything. So int choice is equals confirm if the user, do you want to continue? Just so we are confirming if the user wants to continue. So we'll now use a little bit of if statement to play around with it. Then if user's choice is equals J option pane dot, so we have a thing called yes option, we have yes or no option, we have yes no cancel option. So if user's choice J option pane is yes option, then let's just say let's show another message like this: JOptionPane dot show. Let me just say message dialog. Then it doesn't have any parent content components. Then we now say you chose yes, just like this. So if I run the program for the last time, and you see what the use of it is. Okay, so enter your name. I'll say Charles. Okay, how old? 20. Okay, what's your favorite color? Yellow. Say hello Charles, you are 20 years old and your favorite color is yellow. Okay, do you want to continue? Yes, no, or cancel? So if I click on yes, it says you chose yes. Okay, so that's just it. So that's basically everything you need to know. Not everything actually, we still have many warning dialogue and many other types of dialogue you need to learn in JOptionPane, but this is just basically what you need to know to get started. Now, without wasting much time on this, let's move on to the main thing, the main tutorial on GUI Scene Builder. So now I'll just minimize this. So if you look initially, I have a scene builder application already in my system, but I'm going to take you guys through step by step process on how to get it downloaded. So for now, I'll just delete this my own, or will delete it and go to the search bar and search for scene builder as well. Then I'll uninstall it from here as well. Okay, so I'll now go scene builder, hold on. Okay, so this scene builder glued on, so I will uninstall it. Yes, so hold on. Okay, okay, be fast with it. Okay, yeah. Okay, I've done. I've uninstalled the scene builder, so I will just click down. I'll just clear this out. So now let's start from scratch for this. So I will just go here and I would wait, hold on. Then I'll cancel this. So if I open it, I'll just search for scene builder, just like this, scene builder. Then you go to glue on, I mean to say, I don't know how to basically pronounce it like that. So scene builder, you click on scene builder for your GUI, then you will go for Windows installer depending on where you're using it. But I'm working with Windows, and I just believe most of you are working with Windows as well. So download for Windows. So it's downloading already. Yeah, it's supposed to show here. Okay, it's there. So you see it's downloading. Okay, I've downloaded much of it. So, but for this tutorial, I would be downloading it again for you guys. So you will go here and click on it. So it shows this thing: micro defender, smart prevent, and this for Windows. It must show you this thing because I don't know, but it's a safe application. It's a safe application, so you just click on run anyways. Don't worry, it's safe. So you click on next and you accept the terms and the license agreement. Make sure you read everything. So next, and then make sure you copy this part. It's very necessary. So I'll just copy mine, Control C. So that's it. Copy the parts. I'll give you guys time to copy the parts. Copy this part. It's necessary, and I'll tell you when it's necessary. So the next thing, next, then install. So hold on, it takes a little bit of time and doing its stuffs. Okay, so it's finished. So I'll click on finish, and that is basically everything you would do. So I'll just minimize this a little bit. So you can see my scene builder here. So if I should click on it, and you would see a blank page. Okay, I actually have some recent projects in it, so my projects are still saved in it. So okay, I think I'll just delete this one. I don't know. Yeah, So this is the form we are going to be creating, but I'll create another form from scratch so you guys will see what I mean. So the next thing I'm going to do is go to your IntelliJ like this, your IntelliJ IDE. So this is our course. I'll just minimize this a little bit. So you go to your file, I'll create a new project. Go new project, yeah, new project, and I would just name it. The name should be I'll just say anything you want to name yours though, just name it. So I'll name my Charles GU Charles GBT GUI. Okay, like this. So this is the name. So this group, you don't need to change anything on this group, or you can use anything. But I'll leave mine like this. So make sure that your generator is JavaFX, not Java. Make sure it's JavaFX, and then you click on next. Okay, so you see something like this. You don't need any of this, so you just create, like, don't check any of these up. So you don't create like this. Okay, so where would I like to open it? Let me open it in a new window, but you can open it in any window, but let me just open it in a new window. So, and I will just minimize this one out. Yeah, so this, just when you open it, it shows you like this, something like this. So if I just zoom this out, you can see it, and this, it shows you all these things. It's just, it comes in with the JavaFX. So, and so if you see this, and you don't need to understand what all these things are. This is the controller, and this is what I'm going to be using to be running the application. This one that has this kind of play pause and play button here. You use it to run your structural designs and stuff. So this fxml is used for, it's what we use in Scene Builder to build application. Fxml, and you don't need to know all this, so you can just, I'll just cancel this out. So that's just basically it. So if you open it, where you can find your fxml is right here, in your sources, your resources, then you see hello view fxml and stuff. So so now let's get started. Let's just create a simple form with using Scene Builder, so it will show you guys how to use this, how to use Scene Builder. Then to get started, the next thing, for the copied link, you go to your file, you go to your settings, then you go to your settings, then go to your languages. I don't know, languages and frameworks, yeah, right here. Then your languages and frameworks, you go to your JavaFX. Okay, I already have my Scene Builder. Yeah, I don't know if it's correct, but let me repaste it again, and make sure you paste that thing there. Okay, so this is my Scene Builder. So you click on apply. Okay, and do you need anything? No. Okay, yeah, so see the application here. So I would just click Scene Builder and click on open Scene Builder. Okay, so make sure you open the scenebuilder.exe, then you now click on OK like this. Okay, so now you're ready to work with Scene Builder. So the thing you're going to do now is, and firstly, let's run this program. If I go here and I'll just say Control F10, you will see a, hold on, it takes time while running. So you will see, don't mind the errors, you will just see a hello button right here. So if I click on the hello button, you see welcome to JavaFX application. Okay, so this is just basically how we work with Scene Builders. But then the next thing is, I'll just close this. Yeah, just close it. So now let's create our form. Let's get started with creating our form. I'll escape this out. So all you need to work with is your source. This is your source folder right here. It has many things. You go to your resources, you see your hello dots, this, and you can find your applications here, hello fxml. So now what we are going to create under this place, under the resources, under this com.example.this, we'll create a new fxml file, and I'll just call it my form.fxml. So I'll click on OK. So you see my form.fxml. So it comes initially with something like this, and you see it's giving an error. Why? Because it doesn't have a controller. The form doesn't have a controller, like how this hello has a hello controller right here. Okay, I'll just cancel this out. So then how can you be asking yourself, how can you create a controller? Then to create a controller, I'll go to my Java, then right here you see how our hello controller. I will now right click on it and create a new Java class, and I'll call it form controller, just like this. So it's basically empty for now. Okay, so but we can still put in some things there. So the next thing, we'll still work on the form controller. Don't worry, you still see the use. So what I'm going to do now, I'll copy this name form controller and go to my form.fxml, and this error that is showing here, and I will just replace it with Control V form controller, and you see that the error is gone. So now it has a class. This controller is what we're going to use to control the form. You understand when we start building something. So if I go to my form.fxml, you right click and you see something down right here, open in Scene Builder. Down at the end, you open in Scene Builder. So you wait, it takes time. Opening Scene Builder, so you can see right here it's opened. So let's work with it. So initially it gives us an anchor pane. This anchor pane is what we're going to be using for the Scene Builder for our form right now. So anchor pane. So the next thing we're going to be doing is let's drag and design the thing how we want it to be. Okay, so the next thing, it has properties, layouts, code. You can add CSS, you can do many things. Don't worry, let's start styling, then you understand what I mean. The next thing we're going to be dragging is let's drag the labels in our form. So if I go to my library at the left hand, I'll search for label, yeah, this. So I'll just drag it right here, and let me just put it in the middle. Oh yeah, cool. I'll Control C, I'll copy it and I'll paste it and drag this one down here, and I'll just put it here, and I'll copy it again and I'll paste it, and I'll just drag this one right here, and I'll just like put it here. Okay, so the next thing, this is our label. So let's first or let's just get all our items before styling it up. Then the next thing we're going to look for is our text field. Text field is like where we're going to be importing the message. So look for text. Okay, yeah, text field. So I'll drag this one for my first text field. I'll just keep it here. Okay, then next I'll just Control C and Control V. So I'll just copy the text field and drag this one and just keep it here. Then I'll just do another Control V, then drag this one and just keep it here, basically. Okay, so this is just our simple form, but we have not yet styled it up yet. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is, and then let's look for a button. I'll just go here and search for button. I'll try to make it quick so the video won't take long, but still give good example and understanding. So I'll just search for a button, and I'll just put the button and put the button right here. Okay, so what else are we going to be needing? Let's like a result. Yeah, let's call like another label for result. Like after getting the information, what are we going to do with the information? Let's create another label, but it won't be that useful, but just for clarity, I'll create another label, then I'll pick up the label and just hide it somewhere here, or let me just keep it somewhere here. Okay, yeah, it's cool. So the next thing, let's start up with our styling of our label and stuff. So if I go to my label, my first label, I'll go to the properties for the label. So initially the text is label, so we'll change it to name like this, and name. Okay, I'll click on enter. So you see it changes to name. So I'll change the font to let's change it to 18. Okay, and I'll click enter. Okay, then the what else, and so anything, you can do any styling. So you can see this thing, it's a JavaFX CSS. So if I go to the style, let me just change the should I change the color or the font size? Yeah, I'll change the font family. I'll just use Georgia for it. Then I'll add another thing to it. Then I'll change the font weight to 800 or bold, so it would be bold. Click on enter. So, and what else? And I think that's just it for the label, for the name label. So let me go to this label. This next one would be, the name for this one would be, I'll just say age, just like this. So, and it would be, the size should be 18, like this. Then, and what else? Then I'll go to my styling, click on the JavaFX CSS, and I will go for font family. I'll just say Georgia, and cool. Then add another font. Then I'll make font weight to be, where's the font weight? And yeah, FX font weight. I'll make it 800. Enter. Okay, so that's it. So the last one, what should I collect as information? We'll just work with email or something. Let me work with email. So I'll say email, enter. Then the size should be 18. Enter. Okay, so then what else? And I would go to the styling, do this font family to be Georgia. Okay, so the next one I'll add then I'll add the font weight to be 800, just like this. So that is basically it, and you can still keep designing, but I would yeah, let me design the button. So the button, I'll just name the button submit. I don't know if it's cool that way. Yeah, submit. Then I'll give this font size, I'll just give it size 14. Yeah, 14 would be cool. Then I would go and I'll give the background color in my JavaFX styling background color. I'll give it this color like this, green. Then I'll add an extra color to it. Then the font size should be, the font weight I mean to say, would be 800. Okay, so that's a simple form. Then this one, I'll just style the output to something cool. So the output would be 6 no, I will just give the font for the output 18 as well. Then text field will be black. And what else? I'll make the styling, let me do something cool. Font weight, the font weight should be 800, and the font family would be Georgia, just like this. Yeah, exactly. So now it's cool. I don't know if there's another thing, but then yeah, the label, we don't need to show any label for now, so we can just change the text to either a blank text or question mark, like this. Yeah, cool. So now what we are going to be doing is we are going to set an action for the 3 fields, set an FX ID for the 3 fields, so it can Scene Builder can understand what it's going to be doing for the 3 fields, like this. What I mean when I say field is this box here. So I think I should just give like a border color to the box. So I will go just border color, and I'll just make it let me make it my favorite color, yellow. Enter. Then border color for this one as well, style, border color. So where's the border color? Yeah, border color, I'll just make it yellow. You can add more styling to yours. I'm just making it quickly so it will be cool, but also still like, you know, a short video as well. So I'll make it yellow as well. So you see, this is basically my form. So this is the fun of working with Scene Builder. You can create your own form your own way instead of like JOptionPane. It already has its own information. So when working with Scene Builder, so I've just created a simple form. So what else are we going to do? We're going to give each input type an FX ID. So if you go to your code, if I go to the code, you see what they're saying inside the code. They're saying FX ID. This FX ID is just to control the input type. So basically, there's nothing there now. So what I'm going to say is the FX ID. This is what we're going to. You'll see what we're going to use to do in the Java. So I'll call it name field, and I'll click enter. Okay, it said nothing has name field, but leave it. We'll still go out for it. So this FX ID would be age field, and I'll click enter. It said nothing has each field as the FX ID, but don't worry, we'll still set everything up. Then this one would be email field. The FX ID would be email field. So it says nothing has it, but we'll still set everything up in the Java code. So what would be the FX ID for the button? The button would just say we'll call it handle submit or something like this, handle submit, like this. Okay, so this is just for the button. Then this label, and we need to give it an FX ID as well, because we have to display the result. So we'll just name it result label, like this, result label. Okay, so it's still giving us a warning, but we're going to still set it. It said 5 warning now that we haven't like declared all the IDs in our code. So what I'm going to do now is next, there's basically all we need in our scene builder. So I'll do Control S. So if you look up here, you see changes I've saved. So I've saved the my form.fxml. So if I come down, I'll go to my scene builder. You see that all the things we did, it's basically writing inside our code. You can see our FX IDs and our layout, 18 font size, font family, Georgia, and stuff like that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing is we'll go to our form controller. This is for wiring the controller. So what we are going to do is, if I go to this hello controller, if I open this, you see some things that are important. Import java.fxml. So I'll just copy this thing that they imported right here and go to my form controller, and on top, I'll just zoom this out a little bit. So I'll just paste this, import javafx.fxml and stuff like that. So this is what we're going to use to wire our connection from the the creative form we built to our Java FX. So the next thing we're going to do is I'll still import something like this, but I'll just copy this thing, and I will put this here. But this is not a label. This one would be a text field, because we worked with text field. Okay, so that's it. So now inside our form controller, we need to call all those our FX IDs that we mentioned, so we can be able to work with it. So when calling any of your IDs, you must call the @fxml. They will make all of them private text field. So the text field, the first text field we gave it an ID of field name or name field or anything. Then we'll now call another one at fxml. Then we'll give another private text field as well, text field, and we called it age field. And that is a very good reason why you should give your variables or your IDs names that you can remember. So the next one we did was email, I think email field. So you do private text is a text field, so we gave it email field. So the next one we did was I think button or result label. We are going to work with result label, then private, no, sorry, I mean to say fxml. Then we'll now give a private text, field of, no, it's not a text field, it's a label. So a private label of result label, like this. So in case we forgot what we gave our FX IDs, you can go to back to your form.x. You can see we have declared all of them and all the warnings have gone away except for our buttons. For our button. Now, what we are going to do for the button is we are going to control what will happen if they click on the button. So then what we are going to do is we are going to create a method called handle submit, the name of the button fxid. So firstly, I'll just call my at fxml before I forget. Then I'll call a public void. So what we're going to call it is handle submit. So if I call handle submit for this, so if I go back to the form, you see that the thing, it's not giving error, but it knows that we want to use the ID for something, but we are not done with it yet. So the next thing we're going to do is then this. So now if I go back to it, the error is gone. Now we can work with it. So what will happen if they submit the form? So we are putting it into a method, like a method for submission. So public void handle submit would be so what are we going to do? So let's get all the text from all the users input. I'll save it in a string. So the first one will be string name is equals name field dot get text. Okay, so get text right here. I'll just select it so I don't waste lots of time. So name field. So we have worked within private name field. Next one would be string age text. Let's just call it age text equals age field dot get text, like this. Okay, so the next one would be string email. Yeah, email equals email field dot get text, like this. Okay, so now this, what we're trying to do is to give them a variable so we can work with the users input. So the next thing we're going to do is, and since we are working with age, we need to parse this age. We'll just change this to int. Sorry, int age text equals, since it's an integer, we'll just say integer dot parse int. Then inside the int, we'll now say, sorry, I'll just delete this. So inside this, we'll now say the age field dot get text, like this. Then we'll remember a semicolon. So that is it. So we have passed the int to this. So the next thing for the result label, we are going to declare everything. So you see we have gotten the text because it's just like getters and setters. From the private fields, we got the text, got the this, and got the text for the name, for the age, and for the email as well. Then for the result label, what we display in the result label that we gave as question mark in our form, we now do result label dot set text. Now we're going to set the text, not get. So set the text. We're going to do and now concatenate everything. Hello plus name plus, you can see it's still working the same way as our JOptionPane. So hello, but this one is somehow more complicated, but also more cool and more useful. So hello plus name plus was the age. I'll just give like, I don't know, semicolon here. These have been a long video. And age plus age text, not age. I used it as age text. So plus hello, your name, then age. Let me add the email. Give like system freeze up. Okay, it's back. So then I will give an email like this. Email, and I'll just concatenate it with the user's email field like this. Okay, so that's it. So this is what's going to appear when we put in the information there. So this is basically our form controller. Is used to control our design. So the next thing we are going to do now is to call out our design. I will go to, so this is our hello view, so we don't need it. So for our form, this is our form controller that we just did now. So and see our form we styled it up in our scene builder. So no need for understanding all these things because it's all the stylings we are doing in our scene builder. So then to run the application, I would then change this hello view that was initially here, and I'll call it my form.fxml, so we can be able to run it. So I'll just increase the width and the height. I'll change this to 700 and I'll change this to 600 so it can show very well. So the next thing, what should be the title? I'll just call the title user info form or something. User information form, like this. Okay, yeah, full stop. So that's it. So for those of you that don't understand, I'll just briefly explain it through before I'll run the program. So this our scene builder. We created a form for name, age, email, and submit. Then this question mark is what we display the user's input. There are lots of things you can still do with it, but I just want to make this video quick and also give you a good knowledge on GUI using Scene Builder JavaFX. So if you go for your source page under your resources, you see where I created my form under this place here, under the resources, under this com.example and stuff like that. So this is our form that we styled in our Scene Builder, and this is the application we're going to use to run it. That I changed the resources to my form.fxml so it can call our form, and see the title I set it to increase the height and the width as well. And then our form controller, I will delete this, our hello controller. It's still the same thing though, so I'll just delete the hello controller. It's for our default program, our default this. So these are our form controller. You can see what we did here. Very simple and very understandable. So if you followed along with me, I'm basically sure you learned something new. So if I should go to my hello program and I run it now, shift F10, and it's launching the program. Hold on, it takes time. Okay, don't mind the error. Yeah, exactly. So now this is our form. So if I just click in my name, Charles, go for the age, I will say 20, then email, I'll say at hotmail.com. Then if I click on wow, if I click on submit, oh, what's the problem? Submit. What's the issue? Oh, okay, wait, hold on. I would just clear this out. So what should be the issue with this? Oh, and if I go to my form.fxml, then the submits, I think it comes from here. So I handled the summit very well. Did I call the handle summit, or should I call it anywhere? What's the issue? Results label dot set text share. I think we gave the result label set text this. So what's set text? So and oh shit, what's the issue? Let me run the program again and let me go. Let me run the program again. I don't know why if it submits, it doesn't do anything initially. I don't know, maybe I just missed out something. 20 c at gmail.com. So if I click on submit, what's the problem? Okay, understand. Oh god, that was my mistake. Sorry. If I go back to my FXML, my scene builder, I made a very big mistake, so don't make the mistake as well. So for the scene builder, I have to change sets for the button as well, so it can be able to do something. I will make the the on action to be handle submit. So it can be able to call the function that we called handle submit. So initially it was not doing anything. So then I'll have to save it as well, Control S. So now it has saved. So if we go back to the Java and I will run the program again, and okay, so if I say Charles 20, then C at hotmail.com. If I click on submit, hello Charles, age 20, email, and this. So this is everything that you need to know to get started with FXML and to get started with Java, FX, GUI, JOptionPane, and many other things that you can do. You can make the styling more cool. You can do any other things. You can play around with it, launch many applications with GUI as well, graphical user interface. This is not the coolest program you can create. I just did it because these are the ones I can recall for now. I can recall, but I promise you guys to make more videos on GUI in Java anytime I get something new that I can explain. Okay, so if you found this video helpful, uh if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date on my latest videos, and leave a like and comment as well. Your feedback really helps me create better content for you all. Hope you like the video, and see you in my Python full tutorial. Okay.